Hi everyone. So I haven't got slides today, so you will just be looking at me, unfortunately. So I am the founder of a charity that helps vulnerable adults, and this is quite relevant in terms of my journey from the private sector to the charity sector. And I basically create transformational programs to help transform their lives. And I do that through making authentic Indian vegetarian food at food markets around the UK. My personal ethos is all about giving back. So moving on from the corporate world, I decided to dedicate my life to do just that. I also work at a charity called Girl Guiding, and they are all about empowering young women, empowering them so that they believe that they can do anything. We also do that through creating development opportunities, and that's the department that I sit in. So managing volunteers and creating development opportunities for our volunteers and young girls. So how did I get here? So my mum has also always taught me to be kind and help others. And as we believe in karma in our culture, I kind of live by that ethos, and I wanted to do that in my day-to-day role rather than on the side. So I've always volunteered. I've travelled to Rio, I've travelled to Malawi, and I've given back in so many ways. And I've seen people in very deprived areas, and even people with absolutely nothing are still so giving and so generous. So when I used to go back into my corporate life, and I saw kind of the issues happening and the politics that happened within the organisations, I just thought, really guys, is this the most important thing? Is this something that we should be complaining about? And also, in celebration of South Asian Heritage Month, travelling to volunteer was also a way for me to escape, because I've also come from a very traditional background, and the only way that I could travel on my own, even though I was 18, was by going to travel to work. So I did just that. So when I went travelling, I actually met people who were just quit their corporate lives, so people that worked in IBM, people that worked in L'Oreal that were very successful in their careers. And they actually just quit their corporate life to find more meaning, find more purpose. So this is me fresh out of university, just starting my career. And then I'm talking to these really successful people, and they were just like, no, money isn't everything. So it was quite a turning point for me, and I feel like I've gone full circle now, because I started off chasing money, being really successful, but even though I was very successful in my L&D career, I didn't ever feel fully satisfied and fully fulfilled. So what helped me, and I think the reason why I've come here today is because some of you might already volunteer outside. Can anyone maybe put their hands up to see if anyone has volunteered or before? Okay, so some of you, great. So the feeling that I get out of that is, again, like how some of you mentioned today, finding like-minded people and kind of honing in on that. And the way that I did that was actually looking for charity opportunities, so kind of using my skills for good. So I first started off looking on a job site called Escape the City, and that actually gives you opportunities to use your skills for good and travel abroad at the same time. I also looked on a site called Charity Jobs, and although they're asking for a lot, so sometimes they're actually asking you to create the whole learning infrastructure from scratch for free. And I know, your time is valuable, but actually it's about the impact and the difference that you make at the end of that. And that's kind of what I'm getting at. I just feel, so sometimes when I go to learning technologies, the conferences, we actually work with an LMS provider called Learning Pool. And some of the things that they do is that actually they discount their services to actually help charities. And that way, they're actually doing something to make a difference in other people's lives. And when I was working as a consultant, we also used to have charities that we used to offer our services to. And I felt so much more fulfilled than actually working with clients that were from bigger corporations. It's kind of the saying like, do I want to make the rich richer, or do I want to use my skills and services to make a difference in the world? That's it from me. Thank you.